No man is an island. We've always been taught that we cannot live alone, that we need other people and society's help in order to progress in our life. However, what does this mean for us and our society that we depend on one another? Biodiversity. This is the concept of the interaction between the different diverse life forms and even environmental factors in our environment for sustainable life. We are not above nature. We are part of nature. This is a quote from Jennifer Neely. Whenever I hear the word biodiversity, I always think of the home that we are standing on right now. And that we are meant to be part of that home. As we talk about biodiversity, we should always keep in mind that our home will never go away, even if we travel as far as we can go into the future. So, what is biodiversity? As Walter G. Rosen in 1985 first conceived this word, he knew it was going to be a word that would define all living existence in the planet we live in, planet Earth. The first concept of the origin of advanced biodiversity was recognized by Charles Darwin, who you may know is the father of evolution, particularly regarding that all species was linked in a single great phylogeny or a tree of life, and that each could be dated back to a presumptive single original organism at a certain time long ago in history. Every existence in this world came from that organism, and we simply evolved due to natural selection and our environmental factors that helped shape us into the genotype that we are today. So, have any of you asked yourselves, why am I here today? What is my existence? Your existence has a past, as does everybody who is watching this video right now. Borrowing the idea of Aristotle, he noted that we cannot know our true essence and we can only know our telos, or our purpose, and that is the reason. What makes us different from the 7 million varieties of life on Earth is that we have rationality as humans. But as we go further to this topic, we must focus more on how we connect to the world around us. We live in we live in a world where we live with insects, and we cannot, even as advanced beings as we are, we cannot live without these tiny insects. For example, the ecosystem of how bees help produce pollen that help germinate the plants that we eat. And that's another thing, the plants that we eat. We cannot survive without healthy plants on Earth. This is the concept of biodiversity, where we need to interact with one another. Different life factors need to interact with one another in order to sustain their own life cycles. This concept shows that we are all interconnected the in the realm of biodiversity. And the philosophy in biodiversity that our purpose is to provide the needs of our fellow organisms, as is our purpose is to survive. Without our own giving, without our own nurturing and caring of plants and insects, we cannot survive on our own. So that must be the purpose of biodiversity, and the purpose of human survival is to respect the biodiversity that claims the earth that we live in. In the past, in the present, in the future, wherever we go, in nature, in cities, even in outer space, biodiversity cannot be ignored. Biodiversity is the key to sustainable life, as it provides the life cycle of many of the organisms that live on planet Earth. Biodiversity is everything that has lived, everything, everywhere, all at once. And there is no future in humanity without biodiversity. That is all. I am Carlo Miguel Malbog. Thank you very much.